apparently I have more to say about Zach because he really irked my soul. And I held out for a long time because I really like Charlie from last season. I just felt like he really just always keeps it real, um, and calls shit out. And I also felt really bad for Charlie that we kept seeing him like fight for his brother's life online because of all the hate Zach was getting. And as a mom of boys, I know my sons are obsessed with each other, and they would absolutely be doing the same thing, like defending each other online in this situation. And unfortunately, not unfortunately, but I am responsible for bringing another Aries man into this world. I'm doing my best. He's very attractive. He's also got a touch of autism, so you're going to have to speak very clearly to him, but he might end up being a terrorist to the women. But I'm trying my best. I promise you I am. There's nothing irks my soul than misogyny and the woman hating that Zach is doing. So Zach is absolutely the kind of guy who will nag his girl, crack really rude jokes, and then get mad at you for feeling upset about it. Right? Zach's the kind of guy that will say he doesn't believe in Valentine's Day and anniversaries. Those are such silly things to celebrate. Like, we should, we care about each other every day, and then proceed to not show you at all that he cares about you any day. Zach is the kind of guy that will get down on one knee and watch you get excited thinking that you're going to get proposed to, and then like tie his shoe and laugh because it's a joke. The same way we saw him like say I love you and then take it back. The same way we saw him try to say that we're closed off and then take it back. Zach is the kind of guy that will marry you, let you have his kids, and then not get you Mother's Day presents because you're not his mom. Zach is the kind of guy that will be with you for 6 years, 10 years, and then be like, well, I guess I got to get married. Well, I guess it's the right thing to do. Like, marry you just to like tick the box because he thinks it's what he has to do. Never actually doing things because he wants to, just like doing the bare minimum. He will string you along as long as he can and either break up with you, or if there's too much repercussion in that, he'll just suck it up and marry you, which is never, ever, ever what you want. He's a very low effort man, and he decided to go into this villa, pick one girl to pretend to be nice to, and then to hell with the rest of them, because he has not been nice to anyone. You don't hear anyone that comes out of that villa say anything about Zach. They'll like mention the bromance and like, ha ha ha, how it's funny between Zach and Bryce, but no one has any comments to say about Zach, right? And I already mentioned in my previous video about how none of the girls wanted to approach Zach for any one of the little challenge they were doing where they had to get the guys to do stuff. And everybody knows that Zach is just like unapproachable and basically miserable. He's just not a nice person. He's not a nice person. He's not going to be down for anything. And it's crazy because it is that deep. There are so many red flags that girls want to ignore in the beginning of a relationship. And you see Kata kind of ignoring and laughing along. And there are women that will ignore it and just laugh along and go the distance with this man that does not care to make any effort because they're so low effort. And you'll see it even like, let's just say he does like her. Let's just say he does love Kata, right? Because you'll see it all the time in real life. Men will be like, no, I love her. And they'll say they did everything for her and she still left, because they think that loving her or choosing her is enough, right? And that's all patriarchy, right? Like, women should just be happy to have been chosen, but I married you, and they think that's it. And Zach will exactly be that person. Like, you can't ignore the red flags in the beginning because it's absolutely that serious. They will absolutely make your life miserable till the very end. You're going to be the only one making the effort during holidays. You're going to be having to like beg him to do the bare minimum. He's going to complain the entire time. What do you mean I have to make breakfast again? And it irks my soul because you do see this all the time, and you have to call it out in the beginning and make sure you see a change in behavior and that it's consistent, because it's so easy to apologize and to be like, oh, I fixed it for this Valentine's Day. I know I screwed up last one. And then like, that's it. Like, they're just going to do the bare minimum. Like, I made sure to get you a card. And every year it's like, well, you got your bare minimum card. It's like, that's not the point. The point is you need to actually make an effort. You need to think about your partner. Your purpose is to make your partner happy. If we're talking longevity, and even if we're not talking longevity, because that's how they get you. In the very beginning, there are those red flags, and you'll ignore them because you think the negging is just him being funny. That's just our sense of humor. We get it. We know what we have, which we've seen Kata say it. We saw Shelly say it with Ace. And then you see Shelly going on these podcasts saying, you want to be with someone you don't feel like you're in competition with. You want to be with someone who you're going to support each other. And you can tell that Ace just wanted to be the star. Like, he was not reciprocating what Shelly was giving him. The red flags are the red flags, and they don't change color. They don't change color. It doesn't matter how long you've been with him. It doesn't matter how used to the disrespect you get or how funny you guys decided you think it is. It doesn't change. Red flags don't change their colors. We need to call it out and make sure there's a consistent change of behavior, and that he's not just bare minimuming it, because they will just bare minimum it. Oh, you're mad that I don't make you breakfast? Fine, here's your bowl of cereal. Fine, here's your eggs. Like, no thought or effort goes into anything. Effort men are the worst kind of men that they could be with, because they're not going to do anything overt. They might not cheat on you. They're not going to be physically abusive. They might be verbally abusive. They're going to be gaslighting you. They're going to let you believe that you're being dramatic and you're asking for too much, but it doesn't change. It's not going to change, and don't gaslight yourself into believing that it will, because it won't. Red flags don't change their colors, and it is that deep. And you need to remember that it is that deep. And remember, consistency and the effort that they make has to improve. No more bare minimum efforts, right? If you call them out on doing something or not doing something, and all they do is that bare minimum that you ask, it defeats the purpose. It totally defeats the purpose. So, yeah, that's all I had to say.